We hope everyone have a great time as we learn together. It's our first webinar for the year 2026. So please fly an emoji if you can hear me loud and clear as I say a very special happy new year to every one of us. Thank you, Obi. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, everyone. It's a joy to welcome us again. It's a commitment at Giltop to ensure that we support you with clarity, with confidence, and the competencies you need to fulfill your dream, to be a world changer, to be a problem solver, to be a person of value. And the joy is overwhelming every time I get the feedback from every one of you about the amazing things you are doing and the amazing waves you are making across different sectors of our dear nation and across the continent. Obina from Warri Delta State, you are highly welcome. Please, your name and where you are joining us from if you are just joining as we run straight into the business of the day. It's a new year, and we had the amazing year-end reset series, which was very glorious, which was very great, and it was such a transformative time of learning to reset, refocus, and finish well. So I believe it is in that same momentum and with that foundation that we are proceeding into. I believe most of us here were at the year-end reset series. Excuse me. We are at the year-end reset series, and which will give us a strong foundation for what we are doing, and that would be very wonderful as we do a build up with the topic for tonight. We have a very interesting topic before us tonight, and what says the it says from potential to performance. We want to see how to move from intention planning or wishing to action. Execution mastery is what we want to look at in this topic, and I really believe every one of us, as we attend and share and interact, we get the necessary tools that we need to help us not just have good New Year resolutions and New Year desires and intentions, but that we're able to back them up with the necessary step to have an excellent year. We are able to attain execution mastery that will help us achieve our goals and even surpass our expectations this year. I believe we are still together. All right. So from potential to performance, moving from intentions to action in 2026. As we look at intention versus action, there are many things we need to see. We need to appreciate about the difference between the two. We are coming out of the year 2025. We are now in the year 2026. And this is not the first time we're experiencing a new year. This is not the first time we're witnessing a month called January. We have had a lot of opportunity to witness several months of January, several beginning of the year before now. So what will make the difference is the intentionality with which we commit to action. Yes, and we want to learn how to master the process of execution so that the outcomes we get becomes different and better, to show that we are getting wiser, because age is an advantage in the natural. By virtue of age, we should have more experience. With more experience should come more wisdom in how we do and how we engage our lives. And another bigger advantage is mentorship. So having someone who have gone ahead and learning from that person helps you assess the wisdom of that person minus the pain the person went through. That's a very, very big blessing, that you can glean the wisdom and discount the pain. The wisdom came at a cost, very serious cost. Some people, to attain where they are in business, had to lose billions of naira, trying out several ventures, trying to master the dynamics of being excellent in the business field. And if that person does business for 60 years, 50 years, 40 years, and with all the failures and lessons learned and all the risk, writes a book, and you buy that book, you have an opportunity. By engaging with the materials in that book, you have an opportunity to glean, to drink. You have an opportunity to share, to partake. You have an opportunity to receive the wisdom of that fellow, you know, distilled for you, already separated for you, already packaged for you. Applicable wisdom that you can run with, excluding their pain. If they had to struggle in business for 40 years to learn the things they're writing in that book, you don't have to struggle for 40 years to do those things anymore. You just have to read the book and do what it says. But it sounds very easy, but difficult to implement, right? Please fly an emoji. Let me be sure you are with me and you're hearing me. Difficult to implement because the capacity to follow through is lacking a lot of times. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you. The capacity to follow through is lacking a lot of times, making a lot of people to still suffer the same things that are freely available that they never should have suffered in the first place, because the information is out there, the solution is out there, the answers are very, very readily available. And I really desire that everyone on this platform don't end up making the same mistake again and again, or going. My friend Ali from Sierra Leone is here. Thank you, guys. I hope every other person from that axis gets to join us in this premium um, first edition of our 2026 webinar. It's a big happy new year to us all, but the what makes the excitement of the happy new year now, in many quarters today is 20th is already gone. People are now like, oh, the money I spent in December, I need to recover. This January is too long. When will it finish? I spent a lot of money. I have bills to pay. I have this to settle. In fact, I need to borrow money to survive affording my transport to work before they will pay us. And all these kind of vicious circle experiences that people have. But what are we talking about? The opportunity to distill, to get the finished product, to get fine wisdom, just like separating wheat from chaff, to get active ingredient, to get the beneficial part of a person's life, that actionably you can get the result you need to get in their area of their expertise without having to go through their pain. That is how mentorship saves you time. Mentorship covers the ground for you, and it's powerful to seek wisdom at whatever opportunity we find it. So intention versus action that we are looking at as we look at execution mastery and how to be an executive person, how to be an executor, how to be at the cutting edge of getting things done, not just on always wishing, daydreaming on paper, without having to bring them to life. Many of the scientific inventions we see in our world today were not founded by people who thought of them for the first time. A friend lamented when he one afternoon to his colleague said, "What's the problem?" He said, "I'm just coming from the bank." "What happened? Did you lose some money? Somebody duped you?" He said, "No, there's an idea I have of this self-dispensing room freshener. I have been thinking of working on something like that, and I saw it exactly when I went to the bank." The friend said, "Wow, you mean you had the idea and you've never seen it anywhere before, and you had the idea and the initiative to want to do something like it?" He said, "Yes, yes." "So what happened?" "Delay, excuses, I'll do it next time," and all of that. Execution. Many people didn't fail last year because they lacked potential, but because they never converted their chances into action. They never converted their desires into diligent pursuit. The pursuit factor was lacking. The action factor was lacking. the path of doing the work was lacking. So empty talk without doing the work, without taking the step, will produce no results. And that is why we want to ensure we get this year. We're on the speed lane this year by ensuring we set the right milestones. Poor execution leads to poor sense of accomplishment. People now begin to feel worthless. What have I even achieved this year? What have I even done this year? What have I even done that last year? Let me just wait for next year. That poor sense of accomplishment and always wishing they are somebody else, always wishing they had the opportunity that other people have, always wishing, things can just change like that. It comes from a sense of poor execution of dreams, poor execution of, you know, you that say, I need a new job, I'm tired. This year, my prayer point number one is job. Today is 20th. How many jobs have you applied this year? How many books have you read? Or how many times have you reviewed your CV this year? How many times did you send your CV to a senior person to review for you? How many times did you make effort to learn a skill or to take an online course that will accelerate your chances in the area of your vision this year? So these are things you begin to look at. The commitment to execution is directly equivalent to the sense of accomplishment we find, and that is why this webinar this month is structured to create that inspiration that we need to help us execute the vision we have in our hearts, so we can be the people we ought to be. Most people at the end of their life regret more from the things they didn't do than from the things they did. And the commitment to be doers is what will stand us out. High flyers are high executors. And I believe everybody here wants to be a high flyer. You don't want to be poor in execution. Why good intentions are not enough? I have a good intention. I want to do so and so business. I want to be the biggest person in this field, in that field, in this area, in that area. Well, why good intentions are not enough? Because there are many missing links when you stop at the zone of intention alone without proceeding further. There's the clarity gap. Many times people are stuck. They are not able to proceed from intention to action, from intention to outcome, from intention to result, because they really don't know what to do next. And that lack of clarity, people are stuck at that junction for a long time. I know someone that was stuck in his master's thesis for more than 2 years because the guy truly and simply didn't know what to do next. He had two supervisors, but he still didn't know what to do next because of the communication gap between him and the supervisor, the lack of clarity between what the supervisor was telling him and what he thought he was supposed to do. All of these gaps, this thing I'm saying, can save you a lifetime of toil and stress and struggle. Many people, postgraduate education in Nigeria is becoming like a nightmare for many. Simple clarity gap. At this level, there's nothing you can't handle at this level with the tools of technology and everything. Even if your supervisor don't meet you physically once, if they are clear enough via WhatsApp, via email, via communication about what is expected, you will deliver in no time. But the clarity gap, not understanding, not having the full clear picture of what is expected, can put a person in the dark and stagnate progress a lot. Another gap that makes many people stuck at the level of intentions without proceeding forth to get the results they desire is structure gap, where there are no systems. They are clear about what they want, but no structure and no system for how to manage it. Somebody is now clear about what they are to do for a postgraduate project, for example, but no system, no structure for attending to the work. I'll work on my chapter 2. I'll work on my chapter 2. 8 months have passed. I'll work on my chapter 2. Where is the structure? When will you work on it? How will you work on it? What system have you put in place? Please fly an emoji if you can hear me. I'm just using a postgraduate degree as an example, but this applies to every other thing in life. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bishop. Yeah. Having a solid structure is how we are able to not just stop at intentions, but we are able to achieve the kind of outcomes we need. I want to start a business. I want to start a business. The structural part. It's now streamlining and outlining what activities you need to do now. I'm waiting for the money. No, that's not how people start business. Have you written down your ideas? Are you working out on your feasibility studies? Are you networking with those who are in the same line of business? Are you finding out who will be your competitors? Are you reaching out to those that will be your potential customers? Are you profiling them? Are you assessing them? Are you taking a survey to know why they patronize, the people they patronize, what challenges they are facing, what unique aspect you will bring into the business? What will you add as a form of service to what you do to accelerate? Have you looked at what challenges you will face if you happen to begin? Is it a seasonal business that has to do with timing, like ice block business and the rest of them? Or a seasonal business that have to do with an academic environment where students are in session? Have you checked out the dynamics, taxation issues, registration issues, regulatory issues, logistic issues for business that may have to do with transportation? What have you factored out? How much have you learned? How many people have you studied in that line of business? That is how to know you're on track. Structure, clarity, structure, then consistency. Many people act occasionally, and that is why the results they get are occasional, or they are drained and depleted. I have wasted my time. I've wasted my effort. I've wasted my this. The reason why it looks like waste is because there's no consistency in the game. You can't hit the gym today and expect in 24 hours all your biceps, all your muscles. No, that's not how it works. There's a consistency to this, to the equation. There's a consistency to it. Everything, mastery comes with consistency. Mastery comes with consistency. Somebody should put that for us in the comments. Mastery comes with consistency. Mastery comes with consistency. Mastery is not magic. It's a level of consistency that creates the rhythm, the momentum with which you are able to attain consistency in pursuing your vision and pursuing your goal. Now, we don't just want to stop at having a huge potential. Africa has a very, I think, I'm not at the risk of sounding biased because I'm from Africa, the richest potential globally when it comes to the environmental factor, the favorable environment for agriculture, favorable environment mastery. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Apan. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Mastery comes with consistency. Put it in the comment section. Mastery comes with consistency. You want to be a master. You want to master a field. You want to even applying for jobs. If you are consistent in throwing out application, there's a way you will master the process of doing it. That it will take you less time to apply if you are always doing it. Your CV is updated. You know what to do. Your document mastery comes with consistency. Thank you, everyone. Is sorted in folders where you can easily go do the editing you need to do, sort what you need to sort. If you need to attach some of your certifications to it, you know where they are. Consistency. Mastery comes with consistency. So Africa have very huge potential. Yeah, but the gap, the performance, the perfection, the beauty, the results we see, the profit that comes to us, the productivity is very, very low compared to the potential that we have. So potential is not enough. We know even in physics, there's the potential energy and the kinetic energy. That energy, if it is not put to work and converted, it remains latent, inert, and dormant. Potential can symbolize the following: your abilities, your ideas, your desires, your talent. It's just like the crude oil, you know, or the cocoa plant. Nobody goes to the filling station with their car, say, I want to put crude oil inside my car, inside my fuel tank for me. Let me drive my car. Nobody does that. Or go to a restaurant and say, give me fresh cocoa. Let me, put in water and drink. Nobody does that. It's the finished product that people go for. So the potential is the raw material, is the latent material, is the natural material that we have, which we shouldn't despise, by the way, but we shouldn't stop there. Ability is not enough. Ideas are not enough. Desires are not enough. Talent is not enough. We have all of this, plus the gift of a glorious new year. We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. With this new year that we have now, if you channel all your abilities, ideas, desires, and talent appropriately, adding the component of execution to it, you are simply unstoppable. What is there that will stop you? Is it money that will stop you? No. Lack of money won't stop you. Lack of money won't stop you. You are the magnet that will bring the money. The idea you have will bring the money. The desire you have will bring the money. The talent you have will bring the money. The ability you have will bring the money. It will bring it through relationships. It will bring it through networks. It will bring it through partners. It will bring it through support systems. And all these systems are abundantly available, waiting for you. The things you are waiting for are waiting for you. The things you are looking for are looking for you. But the dynamics is the inaction, the poor execution. Because with potential now, we now have work to do. We shouldn't just brag about the potential. No, we're supposed to engage that potential through what? Repeated action, measurable output, and consistent execution. Repeated action means a consistent forming success systems, success habits, habits that make success predictable, habits that make success easier. You want to form reading habits. There are systems you can introduce in your life this year to be a better and more avid reader than you used to be. You keep books very far from you, inside a book, a bag that is inside another bag on top of a very high wardrobe. When will you remember you have that book? Not to talk of removing it to open it to read. It's only the day you are scattering the whole house and removing the wardrobe, you remember my books are somewhere up on top of a shelf, you know, shelf on top of a wardrobe somewhere, accumulating dust. That's not how to build a system for someone who wants to be a reader. The systems that make actions easier to execute and then repeat again, where you are strategic about how you position the books you want to read and the one you want to read next, where you can easily see them and pick them. And when you desire to pick them, link them to an existing activity you always do. As soon as I finish doing this activity, I will read 2 pages or 4 pages. That's a system. With that repeated action, you do that for 1 month, 2 pages every day for 1 month. You are wiser. You are wiser than you were the previous day, wiser than you were the previous month. You see the volume you have covered. And then measurable output, not just carrying out activities and then carrying out actions without measurability of outcomes. Whatever is not measured cannot be monitored. Whatever you can't monitor, you can't track, you can't be able to know how much ground you are covering. So measurability is a very critical component. They do it in monitoring evaluation. Every successful enterprise you are seeing in the world, global practices, there is every indices to measure how much you are progressing. Don't just say my business is doing better this year than last year. I am better. In fact, now my job, my this is better than before. I know my that is better than. Better by what standard? Better by how? What system have you put in place to help you track how much ground you are covering, how much percent, where you are really moving the needle, the significant amount of progress you are making to help you track and measure your output. It's very important. Then consistency of execution. When you are already a person of action and are able to measure the outcomes, the next key is to remain consistent. And that's what we are learning today. Fly an emoji if you are still here. It's a glorious month of January. And I know that with this execution mastery framework, we are simply unstoppable. Thank you, everyone. I'm excited. Appan. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, that's a beautiful framework I call execution mastery framework. Mr. Emmanuel, thank you, guys. Thank you. I can see the emojis flying. Execution mastery frameworks. I want to give you two frameworks for execution mastery, so we don't just stay in the dreamland, wishland, land of ideas and desire. Always excited about ideas, desire, and stop there. No, we're able to move past that to execute every desire we have and carry out the intentions we have in our heart to get the result that we desire. Two frameworks we'll be sharing today as execution mastery framework. Execution mastery framework the core framework. These concepts are scattered and laid out for you. I remind you to clarity core, how they apply to execution mastery. C is for clarity. What must change this year? What must change this year? And when you want to look at change in the one simple sentence, what to start and what to stop. What to start and what to stop. And the wise approach is to begin with what to stop. I want to start doing this. I want to start doing that. Where will you get the time to start doing it? If you don't drop some of the redundant things you have carried as baggage already, occupying your time. Imagine a person that's 2 hours on social media and then 1.5 hours television program every day, and not moving forward, feeling very rusty as a graduate, feeling very dry, very down, feeling incompetent, not able to even say I am at the cutting edge of the field I desire to engage in, or the area I desire to, feeling I am not measuring up. I can't say when last I applied for a job. I can't say when last I took a step or shared a business plan or business proposal. I don't think I am engaging my potential as I should for the kind of greatness I desire. I'm just being passive, and all of this. You're just entertaining myself. I want to be better. I want to be better. If there's somebody like that, the first thing in wanting to be better is not to say, okay, I will start reading now every 2 hours. I will register for a mentorship program. I would, be accountable to a mentor. I will, no. The first step is not what you want to start. The first thing is what to stop. If you are looking at what must change or what must be different for you this year, you need to first pinpoint the things that you must put to an end, the things that must end, so that your new life can begin. You can start sowing the right seeds. There's no space for sowing the seeds. There's fields already occupied. You need to now remove, unplug, subtract. That law of subtraction, removal of those things before you can replace them with the healthy alternatives. And what are the things you need to remove? You know better. The things that are not helping your growth inhibitors. To get clarity, what are things that must stop? I give you an assignment under the clarity for the core framework. Write down top 3 things that must stop before the end of this January. Top 3. If you don't have up to 3, better for you. Narrow it down 2 or 1. Just be intentional and commit to action, execution, brutal execution this year. This must stop. Is it needless visitation? Is it idle chatter? Is it time wasting on social media, endless scrolling? What are the things that must stop? Is it loan addiction to, buying things I don't need, even collecting loan to buy things I don't need, and all of that? I'm not able to save. I'm not able to this and that and do, and plan my finances better. What are the things that must stop? Friends, frivolous friends that are not accelerating me in the direction of my vision. What are the things that must stop? Identify at least 2, 3 things. And then what must start? You now write the things you desire to start. If it is not clear, it will not be done. This is the bottom line. Core framework begins with C, clarity. Because if it is not clear, you cannot execute it. You need to be clear. This is the first month of the year. Clarity is important. Clarity is important. Clarity is important. Somebody should put for us in the comments. If it is not clear, it will not be done. If it is not clear, it will not be done. Somebody should help us. Fastest finger. If it is not clear, it will not be done. So to get it done, make it clear. 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 Clarity is powerful. When you are clear about what you want, it's like an invisible energy, momentum propels you. Thank you, guys. I can see you. I can see here, Joseph. Thank you. I can see you guys. Very good. Yes. If it is not clear, it will not be done. If it is not clear, it will not be done. To get it done, make it clear. Make it clear. Clarity is powerful. The day you are clear about what you want, some people are endlessly saying, I think it's time for me to get married. I think it's time for me to get married. But there's zero clarity about what they really want and what they really mean by that. And that's why they remain at the level of intention for long. The inflation will not wait for you. The price of things keep going up. Opportunities Things that would have been easy within your reach, you just stretch your hand, you find it. You now have to stand up, climb a chair, put a stool before your hand can reach the same height. The same number of rooms you can rent before now for an amount. These are the dynamics. You begin to apply it to every area of life. So the temptation to procrastinate, the temptation to just be vague about what you want. The first step is clarity. Make it clear to get it done. Make it clear to get it done. The second letter in the core framework is letter O. O is ownership. 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 We need to stop blaming other people, blaming environment, blaming this, blaming that. Execution mastery. For you to wake up to execute, wake up to move from the zone of intention to the zone of action that will bring results for you, the outcomes that you desire, the productivity that you desire, that can take our nation out of poverty, out of reproach, and bring back the glory of our continent and help us become even employers of labor to help other people and make our world better. We must take ownership. The world was never changed by people who were always blaming government, blaming this, blaming that, endlessly waiting for where help will come from. No. World changers have always been people who woke up and took responsibility. People are suffering. How can I make cars more affordable so that more people can have access to cars? There's a lot of need for movement of people and movement of goods from one place to another. And the current brand of cars we have is not really meeting the need. How can we have? That was the vision of Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors. Today, that his brand is used everywhere in the world. Vision, vision, ownership. This problem has been existing before I was born, but that is why I am here now. I am created to solve a problem, not to lament about the existing problem. Ownership. Somebody should put for us in the comment section, take ownership, take ownership, take ownership, take ownership. Take responsibility for your life and for your decision and move. Thank you. Fastest fingers are writing already. Take ownership. Who in the core framework is ownership? I want to further my studies, but I don't have a sponsor. Go and buy the form. Take ownership. Take ownership. I want to start a business, but I don't have this and that and that. Take ownership. Go and learn about it. There's a way you talk to someone, a potential investor. You will need to tell them, please support me. I need money. They will ask you, how much does this business cost? How much do you have? When do you want to start? Take money and go and start. Take ownership. O is for ownership, where you, by virtue of growth, have reached a place where you are no longer blaming people, environment, or anything, but you are taking the step, because change begins the day excuses end. If we don't stop making excuses, last year is the reason why this year is like this, like that, like this. Last year they delayed us. There was ASU strike. My graduation was not early. All of those things are potential advantages. The degree should meet you on the way to your destiny. Don't wait at the bus stop and waiting for degree to continue my destiny journey. Go on ahead in the pursuit of your purpose. Let the degree just be an icing on the cake. You're already a competent person. Already, I know some of my friends that knew this. There was one that the degree met him. He got married, bought his car, doing his business, already working the mainstream of his purpose. The degree just came as added blessing. There was another one that when I watched his graduation picture, the wife was there, the children were there. Like, he didn't have to put his life on hold waiting for a certificate. No. Take ownership. Take ownership. Take ownership. And move in the direction of your purpose. The next letter in the core framework is letter R. Routine. 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 Somebody should put for us. Routine. Routine. Your routine is your real plan, actually. Routine. I want to know where you will end up. Just check your routine. Check the routine of a billionaire. You will know why he's a millionaire, why he's a billionaire. The rich and the poor, check their routine. Check the routine of Africans. You will know why our GDP is the way it is. Check the routine of outside world, the Western world. precise, you will know why we are aware. The work ethic, issues like punctuality, commitment, and people want something for nothing. The level of commitment that is being put into what people do, you will know that this is the reason why people are where they are. Seriously. So what are we talking about? Performance is built through habits. It's not occasional. The systems we have introduced to help us maintain the consistency is what will give us the result that we need. And I hope that every one of us will master the act of routine and will give ourselves rigorously, diligently to ensure that we don't fail. No day will pass if you decide that you want to sustain momentum in a particular area. No day will pass. You must mark your attendance. You must tick the box. Consistency. Because small habits done consistently is what grows to become mighty. It's what grows to become great. The last is the E in the core framework, evidence. Evidence. Fly an emoji if you are here and if you can hear. Evidence. E is for evidence. Thank you. Sarah Kamara is here from Sierra Leone as well. I'm happy to see my West African brothers and sisters. We are getting value. This year is a new year, and it's a big opportunity to be a better person. It's a big opportunity to start to not remain the same, thinking the same way we were thinking last year, waiting for who will come and help us. No, it's a time to be clear about your expectations. It's a time to take ownership of your direction and your decision. It's a time to fix the right routines that will help you stay on the track of attaining and achieving your goals. And it's also the time of evidence. And that evidence is what proof exists that you are moving forward. Evidence has to do with measurability. Are you tracking your vision, your success rate? Are you tracking your journey? What are the proofs? What are the indicators you have set for yourself to help you check your progress rate? Check what you are doing. Check what you are doing. Before the end of June, I want to save this amount to start a building project or to start a business. That's end of June. You break it down. How much will I save every month? If you're a business person and you make money every week or every day, how much will I save every day or every week? That is what will accumulate. These are the evidences, the things you begin to look at that helps you measure and break success down. And what's called the law of time perspective. The longer the time you take into consideration for your decision, the better your decision will be. Don't just think in the now, 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 now. You want evidence like instant coffee, like microwave, like instant noodle. Now, now, now. No. You are patient to give yourself diligently and consistently to act on your vision so that the cumulative outcome, the evidence will be very, very clear, and you begin to monitor your progress rate across the different areas of the goals you have set. Lastly, before we go very quickly, we have the ACT framework. I just finished execution mastery frameworks, 2 execution mastery frameworks I'm delivering to us today. The first is the core framework, CORE. C for clarity, O for ownership, R for routine, E for evidence. Now we're looking at the ACT framework because it's all about action. Moving from potential to performance, it's all about action. Moving from intention to action, where you become that magnet, and everyone can see your growth. Everyone can see the productivity. Everyone can see the value you are providing. You first move in your mind before other things catch up with you. The change begins first inside you before it happens outside you. Before you leave that small one room you are to a bigger place, you must leave that place in your mind first before you can live there physically. The first nation you need to travel to is called imagination. You don't need a visa to imagine things. God has given every one of us the mind to imagine. Imagination is powerful. Where do you imagine yourself in the next 5 years? These are questions they are asking now in interviews, especially leadership roles, managerial roles. If you're not a person of vision, it will be difficult for you to lead people. It will be difficult for you to live a progressive life. You must see beyond where you are, not just seeing now and here and now only. No. You see into tomorrow, into next month, into the months to come, into next year, into the next 5 years, and you weigh consequences into what you do now, because you are sowing the seeds for outcomes. We don't just live in the short time like Africans do. Let's just enjoy our life now and just flex and just finish every what we have. Who know whether tomorrow will come or not? That's not the best way to live. You see people with gray hair now regretting opportunities they didn't take. They'll tell you, when I was 30, I had opportunity to buy land. It was very cheap. I didn't do. When I was this, I had opportunity to do that. I didn't do. When I was that, I thought I had time. I thought it will not make sense. Let me just spend the money I had. Now they are regretting. Today is the tomorrow you were talking about yesterday. This is the time to act. Somebody should type for me in the comment section. Act now. Act now. Act now. Act now. Act now. ACT. Act now. Act now. Act now. Act now. When we say ACT framework, A stands for what? Align your goals with real life capacity. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Act now. Thank you, everyone. Align your goals with real life capacity. Alignment is important. These are my goals. Align it to your priorities. Align it to your activities. My goal is to graduate to first class. My goal is to save this amount of money. You align it to your priority. Align it to your monthly budget. You can't say, I want to save this amount, and in your budget, everything has been, no one dime is left as saving. It doesn't show commitment. Align. C, commit to small, repeatable action. The consistency that comes from commitment. Commitment is a big word, and a word that this generation doesn't understand. Seriously, there's an increasingly sad level of bankruptcy when it comes to commitment. That's why marriages are crashing in this age that we are. Commitment is lacking, grossly lacking, grossly lacking. If you can be a person of commitment, these are the virtues that AI cannot replace. Humix is the study of the qualities, the human qualities that are irreplaceable. There's the fear that artificial intelligence is going to kick a lot of people out, and is already doing that out of relevance. How can machine and systems and tools and technology created by a human being render another human being useless? But it's already happening. It's already happening. The virtues and the qualities that we need to give us the leverage that will make us irreplaceable even in this age of AI are the things we are discussing now. Alignment of your vision, not just alignment of your vision, but commitment, small repeatable action. And then T stands for tracking your progress weekly and, if possible, daily. Whatever you don't monitor, whatever you don't measure, you can't monitor. Whatever you don't monitor, you can't assess. And there will be no motivation to pursue, to see the clear feedback, the clear picture of where you are, whether you are going forward or coming backward. And that is why the ACT framework helps us in execution mastery to be able to align our priorities. What should be my preoccupation now? As somebody that desperately need a job, I'm tired of where I am now. I need a job. How soon do you need that job? As soon as possible. Well, are you sure as soon as possible? Show me your core priority. Top 3 priority now as somebody that is actively seeking for opportunities of getting hired or getting a job. I need to start my business. The job I'm doing, this and that and this and that and this and this. What I need now is business. Are you sure what you need now is business? Show me your priorities. If they are not in alignment with that desire, you are wrong. You are just wishing, and we give hyping yourself, and time will tell the difference. So the first thing is alignment. Those desires you have, align your priorities to them. Very important. C is to commit to small repeatable action. That commitment that we mentioned. And then T is to track your progress. We fly an emoji, please, if you can hear me, if you've been following. Let me be sure we are together. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Great. So we are looking at execution mastery being the first month and the first webinar for the year. Moving from potential to performance, moving from intentions, mere wishful thinking, to action that can bring you the results that you are the magnet. If you don't work, nothing will work. Nothing works itself out. You are the one to work it out. And even with the age of AI and tech and everything that we see in the world today, there's the need to ensure that we are not just on the sidelines, always having New Year resolutions without seeing the outcomes. Um, and I believe you can see my screen. We mentioned why good intentions fail. We mentioned potential and performance, and then the core framework, which is two quick frameworks for execution mastery to become an executor, to become a person of action. We C for clarity, O for ownership, R for routine, and then E for evidence. We now look at the ACT framework, how we need to align our priorities to our desires. I just want to speak about areas we can give support, accountability support, and more of this. You are hearing this once in a month. Some of you are saying once in a month is not enough. Where I am now, I need somebody that will push me. I need somebody that will motivate me. I need somebody that will steer up my potential. I don't want to be redundant. I've been redundant for long. It's like when you park a car for a long time. So I need a wake-up call. It's not the one that the engine will grow cold this Harmattan period. The battery will almost die inside the car because only once a month, few minutes, I come and listen to. I need a support system. I need a supportive community. If you're in that category, that is what Giltop exists to do for you, to bridge this gap. The commitment we have is to bring into clarity, into confidence, and into competence. Clarity, confidence, and competence through different curated programs, especially this year. Please fly an emoji if you are still here, especially this year. If you are hearing me, we are very fortunate because the models we have this year are very definitive to capture the different levels we are in our professional journey to ensure that no one is left behind. And from now till the 31st of this month, we are still taking those who are interested for the different coaching programs or courses that we are rolling out for 2026. The first cohort is ongoing already, but registration will be closing at on the last day of this month, on the 31st of this month. Today is 20th, so we have 11 more days to draw the curtain for those that are registered already to continue as the first cohort for the year. So in case you need any support in this regard, the email is there. You can send an email to us, or you can send a DM to the WhatsApp number on the screen for further inquiries. There are three major programs that we have rolled out for 2026 to help support young African professionals, business leaders, and visionaries. That's the burden that we have: clarity support, competence support, and confidence support to ensure that we have what it takes to create the change that we want to see in our society. We are not just waiting passively, we are actionably taking steps towards becoming who we want and who we desire to be. It's called the Giltop Graduate Growth Track, G3, Giltop Graduate Growth Track. And there are different bundles. We have, as mentioned before, the G Club. What is G Club? Graduate Career. A little emphasis on this. If you go to YouTube and you listen to our year-end reset series, October, November, December, in the November and December series, I talked a little about what G Club is all about towards the end. Please go and listen to it. Graduate Career Level Up Program. There are many graduates that need a level up, that need to level up with the expectations that come with the level of certification that they already possess, because their competencies is far-fetched from the certification they already have. And to ensure that that gap is bridged, and to ensure that they are able to, people can even believe you enough to invite you for an interview or invite you for an aptitude test, there are competencies you should have. There's a way your CV is looking that you cannot even earn a call for an aptitude test. More not to talk of a CV to hear you out, to know better about you and what you can do, because the first impression of yourself that you have given, the first message of yourself you are painting, the first official statement, report from you about you that you are sending to them is completely out of place. I have checked out HR recruitment. I've participated in Nigeria and outside Nigeria before. The last place I traveled to last year, one of the countries in West Africa, I was privileged to review CVs and join the team of people who were checking out And my heart breaks when I see sometimes the common errors. And somebody that might have been praying and desiring and wishing I have this opportunity, and finally the chance is here. The opportunity is advertised. You have the qualification for it and the opportunity to go make a difference there. But a little error, especially now in this era of technology, softwares and stuff, some errors are unpardonable. The software is not emotional, it's not a human being. If this criteria is not there, we just filter it out. It's a big gap. So this G Club is this level one graduate career level up program for as many who desire to level up, and it involves growth mindset, communication mastery, learning to build success systems, confidence in and that comes from competence, the competencies you should have already because you're a graduate. Some people don't have it. It's not that they cheated when they were in school to get the certificate. Not everybody bought the certificate by the roadside or cheated their way. But you know how the African educational system is. It's a big burden. I had to go back to studying it, to study education again because of the burden I have in this regard. It's a lot of pain in my heart when we see if all our professionals have what it takes. Can you imagine a parent looking for admission for their child? Oh, I want my child to get admission to study to this institution. Oh, I wish my child can be considered to get admission. And then when the child gets admission into the institution, the parent is running around looking for school fees. Oh, I'm looking for money. I want to pay school fees for my daughter. I want to pay school fees for my son to graduate. And then the son or daughter eventually graduates. By now, we should say that parents should rest, right? But no, in Africa, no. The parent goes back to work. I'm looking for a job for my child. I'm looking for where my child can work. I'm looking for. Where will that parent sit down and say, thank God, now I have raised a generation that can do better than myself. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Parents come to me, I interact a lot. And this parent at the time was taking care of this child from infancy to the time that they were looking for admission placement in different institutions, to the time they were looking for the money to pay. Now the child has graduated. The parents are still the ones looking for where to fix that child to. If everyone is empowered with the level that they need, problem solving, productivity, delivery skills, for a start, a baseline at least for your survival and the rest, the educational system should empower us enough to be able to kickstart our journey. It may not be the best of places, but at least you didn't say whatever you like. You don't start with what you like in life. You start with what you find. Whatever your hand find to do it well. Please fly an emoji if you are still here, guys. What I'm talking about is something I'm highly passionate about, and it's a big gap, especially in Africa. It's a big problem. You see all this Yahoo, all this crime, all this criminality that we are seeing in Africa. You see all the every time you hear that the criminality, you see, we are not dullards. We have smart people that can make a difference seriously and solve problems and create value and get value for value. But the how is the missing link. Many genuinely don't know how. Now they have a degree. Oh yeah. Welcome to the world of graduates. It now becomes a problem. Some graduates will tell you that, Kai, when I was a student, for life was better. In fact, people were very sympathetic towards me. They know I'm a student. They support me. They send me stipends and all. But now nobody even wants to look at my direction again. They are now facing my younger ones in school. And the graduate is left to his or herself. Nobody have taught that person how to navigate life, what to do. Something that we don't teach in our classroom. Our educational system is really, really not equipping us for the world of today. The world that we were trained for no longer exists. Seriously, it's a big burden in my heart. As I look at our continent, I look at our nation, I see the trends. We need to redefine our approach to learning. We need to redefine what it means to be competent. And now technology is now the big leveler. Even people who never went to school, who have the tools, are now the ones even employing, as creating the jobs. But that is why Giltop exists, to bridge this gap in the different aspects. And we are not called to everybody. That's why what I do. We are intentional about our target population and the people we are sent to. Seriously. The person who is not thirsty won't see the value for water, won't have a need for what we're talking about. But those that really hear me well and what I'm saying resonates with you, or you know someone that is at this junction, if you love them, please reach out to them to make sure they don't miss this cohort before the 31st of January to get enrolled. The mindset shift we need that will create the kind of productivity we desire, even in our nation, is trapped in our productivity. We don't want our children to come up in a nation, in a continent, in a generation where it will be anarchy and chaos, where they will be raised into slavery because the gap between the rich and the poor, the political elitist group have already eliminated. No, we don't want that. And the answer to that is to empower ourselves now with the right mindset and the right tools and knowledge and skills that we need. So the first is G Club. Please fly an emoji if you are still here and share that with someone. The next is GCAP. What's GCAP? GCAP is Graduate Career Accelerator Program. Thank you guys. I can see the beautiful emojis flying. Yes. This new year is an intentional year. It's not a year to do things like last year and then you are expecting a better result. No, 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 no. There are systems. Their outcomes are predictable. You don't just keep a chair under a mango tree with an empty basket and you are waiting for when the breeze will blow all the mangoes into your basket. That's not how life works. There are predictable systems that ensure that every time you engage, you are sure of the outcome you will get. And that's what GCAP is for. It's another program and one of our coaching courses and programs by Giltop Global Consult to empower as many that have passed stage one. You are no longer in the level up. You have leveled up to a large extent. Maybe you are already working, you already have something going well for you, you possess certain level of competencies in particular areas. You can confidently say, yes, I have a level of mastery in this and that. That's why it's called accelerator. GCAP means Graduate Career Accelerator Program for people who want to be on the speed lane to accelerate your outcomes. And this comes with a lot of insight, a lot of learning into leadership, taking responsibility, visioneering, and how to ensure that you have the systems in place to not multiply 1 year in 7 years and you say 7 years experience, just repeating the same thing every year. No, you are able to be sure that you are not on the same level year by year, even if you happen to be on the same job or work in the same industry. People should meet you and not meet you on the same level. The productivity, the way you engage, your delivery, your output, the indicators should reflect growth. Because if you are not growing, a mentor of mine once said, somebody that could afford pick milk could say, Kai, I can't buy pick milk anymore. It's not that you lost your job, you are still working, but you that could buy pick milk last before, now let's just do 3 crown. From 3 crown, okay, let's do 2 crown. From 2 crown, let's do 1 crown. From 1 crown, no crown. From no crown, black coffee. From black coffee, that's not what we want. Where you are shrinking your life day by day because the forces of inflation are, and these things are real. Even people who are comfortable on their jobs now, I have a good job, good job. This good job you are bragging about is good today. Will it be good tomorrow? That's what many Africans don't think about. Long term, what you see as big salary today, will it be big tomorrow? The same amount that could afford you the number of bedroom flats you are living in and the level of lifestyle you can it do the same tomorrow? And that's why growth, if you are not aggressively committed to growth, you are dying. The person who stops learning have started dying already. The commitment to growth, to ensure you are accountable, you are always in a system that will push you, inspire you, help you do the things you don't like to do that you know you need to do. That's what discipline is. What you need to do, not what you want to do, will help you to aggressively improve yourself in what you are doing. That's what GCAP is all about. Graduate Career Accelerator Program. The third one, please fly an emoji if you are still here. We're rounding up already. The third and the final one, it's GBLAB. I love this so much. Thank you guys. I can see the many emojis flying. It's an excellent year, and we are soaring and gliding on a very high altitude. And I just love the definitive stratification of the coaching programs to ensure that everybody gets what they need. So the information is specific to a target population, as I said. G Club for Level Up, G Cap for Accelerator, G Black Business and Leadership Accelerator Program, Giltop Business and Leadership Accelerator Program, G Black, Giltop Business and Leadership Accelerator Program. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The experts will tell you it's one big gap we have in Africa. We have everything, but when there is poor commitment in the area of leadership, when we have people that are not capable enough, competent enough, visionary enough, selfless enough in leadership, it can destroy everything. And that applies to personal leadership, your own life first. And you that you just think, is just I'm cool, I'm okay, I'm cool, I'm okay, I'm cool, I'm fine, it's my life. Before you know, you are a father. Before you know, you are a mother. Before you know, you have children that you will answer for before your creator, children that have come into the world through you. And what will you tell them? And which direction will you be leading them? If you are not committing yourself to growth and leadership mastery, how will you lead your own home, your own family to begin with? And then you have a company, you have 2, 3 people working for you. That's why enterprises, small businesses don't last. People start businesses in no time. There's no sustainability. People hardly pass wealth from one generation to another for 5 generations. If a mentor of mine, just resigned last year from his job because he has grown something bigger. He's now his own company. Somebody I really look up to. Worked with the company of Thomas Edison, GE, General Electric. That company is more than 100 years old. How many generations in 100 years of his children, have the company have been passed to Thomas Edison that discovered the filament of the electric bulb from one generation to another generation to another. Can you imagine 100 years legacy, sustainability, wealth, transgenerationally? I have not seen that yet in Africa, seriously. And the gap is leadership. The gap is leadership in the realm of business, the realm of whatever competencies and mastery and giftings and advantages we have. We've not perpetuated systems that can ensure successive generations benefit from the streams that we have. And that's why GitLab is existing. So for innovators, for creatives, you're a website designer, you are in business, you are a freelancer, you are in business, you are in government, you desire to be a leader, or you're already a leader, or you see yourself cut out for business and you desire to scale what you are doing generationally, this course is for you. Make sure you don't miss it. On the 31st, we'll draw the curtain for the first cohort. And when we see opportunity and we don't seize them and we say, I will, that's what we just discussed in this execution mastery today. The framework is to ensure you act when you need to act. And your own action may just be to share to someone that needs this. You have saved that life. You have helped that person. Somebody is just about to waste another year again. Somebody is just about to make the same mistake again. Somebody is just about to remain on the wishing lane, wishing and wishing and wishing, and the opportunity come and pass them by. But what it doesn't, it's not like affinity of a magnet. You can't attract a rubber or a stick. It matter. There's an intrinsic property you must have beyond wishing for you to attract the kind of opportunities you want to see. And I really hope this year becomes that year that brings you into the person of your dream, the person you desire to be. When you are better, our nation is better. Seriously, I take my time and the whole team, my team and the whole entire team of Giltop to put systems in place and do what that we do because of the burden we have for our nation and our dear continent. We shouldn't be at the level where we are. And the solution is not crime. Fighting crime and criminality and helping national productivity and building the nation. This is our own contribution. If one person becomes better this year, the nation is better. A family is better. A father, a mother is better. You are able to change your mindset to become a more productive person. The world will be better for it. Some of you are medical professionals. The way you do your work in the hospital, somebody's life depends on how you do what you do. And by just being a more intentional person, you'll be saving someone's life. I really hope we've got value for our time. Please fly an emoji if you are still here. And let's get question and feedback from one or two persons. We'll draw the curtain. It's been an excellent start of 2026. Thank you, my guys from Sierra Leone are still here. Ali is here. Sarah Kamara is here. I can see Abubakar Atiku. I can see Shina. I can see Joe. I can see Elizabeth. I can see Daniel. Yes. Emojis are flying. Thank you guys for your time. The coordinator for Mazion Business School, Borno State, is on the call. Mr. Alihu, thank you. I cherish my very one and only Bishop Victor Douglas is on the call. I celebrate you greatly. David Umar from Jos is on the call. Celebrate you greatly. And I want to say a big thank you. Endurance is flying an emoji. Thank you. Ali is on the call from Sierra Leone. As always, Ali, you deserve an award. You and Sarah Kamara, you are the change agents in Sierra Leone, and I know that you are bringing a new dimension of Giltop to that place. Let's have questions very quickly, guys. If you have a question, you can raise your hand or unmute and ask. I'll be happy to answer you. Patrick is on the call also from Abuja, I believe. Mark, Patrick. Um, let's have question. If you have a question, you can unmute and speak. If you don't have a question, let's have at least one person. Summary of what you learned today. Who wants to speak? Mr. Emmanuel. Oh, Daniel's hand is up. And Timac Sunday. All right, Daniel, you can go ahead. Unmute and ask your question or what you want to say. Then
Okay, good
Timac.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Then
everyone.
Ali. Yes.
Okay, so my
Go ahead,
question is
Daniel.
about something you said earlier on when you were talking about clarity gap. So there was a point you made about people knowing what they want, but not what to do next. So it's possible that someone can know what he wants, or he can be able to see the end goal or where he wants to be, but not knowing what to do next. So how does the person go from there? Where does he go from there? How does he get to know what to do next?
Excellent question, Daniel. Thank you. In one word, the answer is mentorship. Look for somebody that have done that before, that have gone that way before. You are not the first. By asking someone to guide you, you shorten your journey. As I said earlier, mentorship gives you the wisdom very cheaply and minuses the pain of that person. Maybe the person has done business for 48 years and has failed for 32 years before he discovered the secret. You don't have to fail for 32 years. If that person can counsel you, if you can buy the person's book, attend the person's seminar, get coaching. I say buy the book and attend the seminar or pay for a coaching because I know Africa will like free things a lot. Someone that has been in business for 45 years and is probably a billionaire, to get him coach you one on one may be very difficult if you are from the ground level. There are systems you access the level of mentoring you need for the level of growth you want. I know how much I paid last year for a coaching program, equivalent to what people pay for PhD, to be on a program where I could learn the things I learned that accelerated me in more than I'd ever seen. This comes with sacrifice and commitment. So access mentorship from the level you can. There are always people that are not too far from your level that you can access. Buy books, thank God for technology, YouTube and all that, to get in, ask the right questions, ask the right people, and you will find the answer. Thank you, Daniel. T-Mac's hand was up and Ali from Sierra Leone. Let's hear from T-Mac. T-Mac, you can ask your question now. After you, then Ali. T-Mac, are you there? All right. If T-Mac is not ready, Sunday, T-Mac, if you are not there, Ali, you can speak now. Either question or what you want to say.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's just a quick contribution.
All right, go ahead, Ali.
Okay, from what I learned from today webinar, one of the things that is bothering us in Africa is that I learned something from school days in secondary school in economics, what we call scale of preference. One of the things that is disturbing us in Africa that we only have intervention, but we don't have action is because we don't have scale of preference. At times, we put things that are not pressing, that are not important, that cannot even give us an achievement, things that will not give us goal. That is the things we put before. We have passion for them, not knowing that the pressing need, the thing that is very much important for us, the actions, we take the actions, take them at the back. In need front as an intention. So I am as begging all my fellow Africans for us to have scale of reference in whatever thing we are doing. In everything we are doing, I've learned that from this webinar that um, intervention, intention, and action, they are two different things. And it's just like saying that I want to go to school. Saying that I want to go to school meaning doesn't mean that you are in school. You are just plan. So intention is a planning. It's quite different from an action. An action is just like
Thank
when you
you,
say
Ali.
the word.
Thank
An
you.
action is
Thank
when you
you.
have
Thank
put in
you.
the thing in place. So yes,
Thank you so much, Ali. I really get your point. Ali is talking to us from Sierra Leone, and he has been a very consistent person on this webinar. I really appreciate you. I have hope for the nation of Sierra Leone uh, because of people like
yes.
you. Your love for knowledge, your desire to be consistent is inspiring. Thank you so much for that contribution. Anybody else? I guess we can draw the curtain now. Time is fast spent. So, as I said, you can send an email to the email address I'll display or send a DM on WhatsApp. If you have anyone you want to recommend to join any of the programs, or you want to find out more about it, or you want to register, it closes on the 31st of January. Please fly an emoji if you can still hear me, everyone. Let me be sure we are all here. February, as we said, if you are joining us for the first time, this is Giltop Global Consult, Career and Professional Development Webinar. We call it CPD webinar, hosted every month, powered by Giltop Global Consult. It happens every third Tuesday of the month by 8:30 p.m. Today is the third Tuesday of January. Third Tuesday of February, we shall be having another exciting topic. There's a WhatsApp platform where we inspire ourselves. If you're not on the platform, you can send me a DM, you'll be added. And so you don't miss any updates about all our programs. And the good news is this call is going to be on our YouTube channel, so you can watch the replay. If you joined late, you have missed a lot, and past episodes from the previous months, you can listen. This is how to position yourself aright to ensure this year
Yeah.
is a year you maximize. Thank you, everyone. Good night. See you next month. You can fly an emoji or mute and say good night as you take your leave. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Mr. Inua, coordinator for Mazian Business School. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Bishop Douglas. Thank you, everyone. I believe it's been the most exciting time. See you next month, third Tuesday of February, as we continue on another exciting topic. Bye.